Caesar's Legion has undoubtedly one of the most protected, fortified bases in Fallout New Vegas. For example, the Boomers, where you can just walk up to some guy and buy a course to get to them, or God forbid the NCR, who doesn't even give a fuck if you walk into their bases.
Supposed to be relieved any day.
The Legion has walls on all four corners, guards everywhere, and the only way to get to them is through a river, because they even put up invisible walls. Now, the leader of the Legion, Caesar, would be a very hard man to kill, right? Yeah. Right. You have to relinquish all your weapons before you can even step foot in his home. But you see, something about Caesar, he's not exactly a good man. Matter of fact, he's very widely hated in and outside of the game. So in turn, most people do find a way to kill him. But much later in the game, when they're high enough level to take him. I mean, the only way to get to the camp is to go to New Vegas first and see Benny, then you get an invitation there. And getting to New Vegas is difficult and expensive. Then, after all that, you have to actually kill him. Of course, after you go through his large army. Now, me personally, I don't like you, Caesar. That's why I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Fuck you. So I want to rid him from my game as soon as possible. Sooner than 34 minutes, 29 seconds. But before we start, I will say I've done a few speed runs of this game myself. So I already know most of the glitches to get around fast. What glitches, you ask? I have to explain this again. We're going to be using a glitch you should be familiar with by now, involving a particular revolver. First, what you're going to want to do is walk your ass over to Goodsprings General Store. Hi, welcome to Goodsprings General. And blow Chet's head off. What? On his dead body, you're going to find two very important items you're going to want to grab. One of them being a .357 revolver. With this revolver, you are granted the infinite power of flying across the wasteland. Switch your ammo, spam tab, unequip the revolver, and ascend like an irradiated bird. With this glitch, we can get to the strip in about 8 minutes and 40 seconds. Now, you may be wondering, Caesar isn't anywhere near the strip, so why am I here? Well, like I said earlier, the game doesn't allow you just prance on over to Caesar's palace, and you can't just walk to Cottonwood Cove and expect to hop on a ferry straight to the man himself. However, if you go to the tops, talk to Benny for a sec, then leave the tops, you are invited to Caesar's camp. Oh, and Benny also flees there, but this isn't a Benny speedrun. Now that you have an invitation card in hand, you better hope that you've mastered the revolver glitch, as sometimes it can be unforgiving, or even just stop working, forcing you to restart your game. Now, as I fly to the camp, let's talk about how I'm going to be killing Caesar. Original plan was to pickpocket a grenade into his, robe, but once you get to the camp for the first time, you're not even given the option to keep your holdout weapons. One workaround to this is to complete Caesar's mission as fast as possible, leave the camp, then come back. But I can already tell you that's going to take way too long, because I tried it. So it really only leaves you with one option. Refuse to disarm. Meaning you're going to have to fight the perilous army of Caesar's Legion. Oh, silly me. I forgot to mention, if you're a bougie bitch and have all the DLCs, the game just gives you a shit ton of weapons and armor. So I blew my ass through Caesar's Legion faster than the start of the game with Doc Mitchell. And kaplowy, I blew Caesar up at 19 minutes, 34 seconds, and 74 little seconds. That was too fucking easy though, so I wanted to see how fast I could wipe out the whole camp. And the answer to that is 22 minutes and 59 seconds. Alright, granted, I was on easy difficulty. Oh well. Huge thanks to this Chad for the video idea. He did it first, so check out his version 2. Video link is in the description. And if you decide to do this challenge yourself, let me know what time you got in the comments. See ya.